Expanders Business Services, and today I'm going to talk about recruitment. So I meet business owners day in, day out. I work with a lot of business owners, and I hardly find any business owners who actually talk very proudly about their employees. In fact, most of the business owners, they keep complaining about their employee performance. So they say that they are not proactive, they don't have integrity, they don't show eagerness, they are not sincere, they don't take ownership. So people most of the time are actually complaining about their employees. So I don't know about other business owners, but whenever our clients, our coaching clients, whenever they say this, they are complaining about their employees, there is a simple question which I ask them, and that is, who recruited them? So it is for us guys, it is for us, the business owners, to understand what is the right way of recruiting the right candidate. So once you understand this, I think it will be helpful for you and you will start recruiting in the right way. So today we are going to talk about it. Typically, let's see what kind of classic mistakes these small businesses do, small business owners do. This is not a particular problem in the bigger corporate, but typically in small businesses, this is what happens. Tell me if I am right. So you start the recruitment process when it is absolute emergency, do or die situation, a firefighting situation, when the person has already left and he is going to be relieved in a couple of days. That's when actually we start hunting for a new guy. So that's when we start our recruitment process. And then what is the next thing that we do? We prepare a job description. So we prepare a profile, a job description based on the skills that are required, the experiences that we are looking for, the qualification, the education, and all those things that that define the job profile. And we create an advert, and then we give it to agencies. We tell our friends, the acquaintances, and get a lot of resumes. Once we get the resumes, then the next step is to call them for the interview. So they come for the interview. You interview them all, but you have not liked any of them, and you are not very sure that this is the right guy I want to recruit. But anyways, you end up recruiting the better amongst the below average guys. Tell me if this is wrong. So if you are having this particular process of recruitment, obviously the results that you are going to get is not very good. So what is the right way of recruitment then? So clearly, starting when emergency, creating job adverts that just give the job description, interviewing and compromising is definitely not the right way. Let's look at what is the right way of recruitment. First of all, you should start recruiting when actually you don't need. That means you have to have the plan ready right in the beginning of the year. So you need to plan your business, you need to plan the recruitment as well. So what kind of profiles, what kind of vacancies are opening up at what time, and accordingly you need to focus your recruitment activities at the right time. So I would suggest that you can start recruitment as a continuous process. So if you find a really good guy, you can actually create a vacancy for him, because it is very difficult to get good guys, probably. So planning is one major aspect of recruitment. Once you have planned the recruitment, the vacancy that you want to fill in, then the next step is to create an advert or a job description. Now there are three major parts in the job description or the advert that you prepare. One is you need to clearly specify what kind of work is expected to be done from that candidate. So specify the work, that is the job that needs to be done. And the advice here is that not to use the generalized terms like marketing, business development, because people can take out different meanings of these generic terms. You can be very specific, saying that if you are looking for a marketing executive for some hardware supplies, you can say that the salesperson has to travel across the city, meeting hardware suppliers to pitch our products. So this is a very specific job description. So you can add multiple of such job descriptions when defining the job roles. You can also define the job title, the reporting lines, etc. in the job description. The second part of job description is that once the job description is given, then you need to also define the personality profile that you are looking for. So you need to identify the profile of the person who is fit for that particular job. So person is different from a job. So what kind of person will ideally suit for this kind of job is what you need to define. So there are some people who are very enthusiastic, they like to travel, and they could be the right fit for a sales job. But for an accountant job, it could be a person who is very meticulous, detail oriented. So you need to identify what personality profile you want for that particular job and write it down so that you can attract the right kind of candidates for those people. So once you have done the job description, then the profile description of a person, third very important thing is you need to sell the company. So you need to write about the company, why somebody should apply for a position in your company. So you need to actually sell your company so that you get or you attract the right kind of talent that you are looking for. Remember guys, these good people, good performers are not out there looking for a job. They are already doing a job which is going very well. So you need to attract, you need to lure people who are right fit for your job profile. So creating a job description and advert in these three manners, the job profile, the personality profile and selling your company. This is what will complete the job advert. Then the next step is to create a big pool of candidates. You need to have as many candidates as you can, right? So this is particularly to have a choice. You need to choose between this big pool. So bigger the pool, you can have better chances of finding the right candidate. So how do you get a big pool of candidates? So explore all your resources. You can talk to your employees, you can talk to your vendors, your clients, your friends, your relatives, and tell them about this job description, the job requirements. You can contact the recruitment agencies, the headhunting agencies, and don't just depend on one or two agencies. Have 10, 20 agencies, because the larger the pool, you will have better choice to select from. So create a big pool of candidates. Then, if you have had a big pool of candidates, you will actually have a second problem, which is how to handle so many resumes, how to handle so many candidates. So have a screening mechanism which is as far as possible automated. So if you have an automatic system of filtering out candidates, see, it is all about deselection rather than selection. So you get a big pool of candidates and start deselecting based on certain criteria at every stage. So if you keep deselecting, then whatever remains are the good candidates which will match your job profile or your requirement of that particular candidate in a much better way. So screening could be automatic. The examples are that you can invite the resumes in your formats rather than everybody giving their resumes in their own format. You can have resumes invited in your format so that they can be automatically screened. If there are certain things which you feel are definitely no for your company, then they can be screened right away. There could be some innovative things as answering machines. You can ask the people to call up a toll-free number wherein an automated or programmed interview will take place. So there is a voice that asks the question and candidates are supposed to answer. So you can then evaluate them at your convenience. You don't need to be present or talking to every candidate that has applied for the job. So this way, automated screening process will save you from a lot of time and effort and energy of dealing with each and every candidate. So have automated screening process. And then next, so whatever remains from this screening mechanism are the candidates that you want to call for interview. And remember, it is actually you who has to prepare more for the interview rather than that candidate. So you need to actually prepare what are you actually looking for in that particular candidate. Because the skills, the experience, the education, everything will be there in the resume. But in the interview, what you are looking at is the cultural fit, the value mismatch or value match, the right kind of attitude, the right kind of personality. That is what you are judging from the interview. Okay, one more thing. In screening, you can also add, apart from this skills, experience and education, there is something called a psychometric test, and this help a big time in recruiting the right candidate. This actually creates a big difference between the right candidate and the wrong candidate that you recruit. So a personality profile that you want to judge, that actually you are judging in the at the time of interview, what kind of candidate is. So we are actually trying to relate from the way he speaks, from the way he presents himself. We are trying to find something about that candidate which is not written in that resume. So there are other scientific tests which are available for this kind of personality, understanding the personality profiles and the suitability of that particular profile with the job requirements. So there are tests like DISC profiles. There are tests like MBTI. There are tests like job fit scores. So there are a variety of such tests available which will tell you that the candidate's profile, the personality profile, whether it matches with the job profile or not. And that is a much educated guess than judging yourself at the time of interview. So in screening mechanism, you can also include the psychometric test, which is very important. And then finally the interview. Once you interview the right candidate, once you interview a couple of candidates there who have passed all these levels and come at the interview stage, then you have chances of recruiting the right candidates. So this is the right process of recruitment. Start early, have a good job advert design, have a very big pool of candidates, have automated screening mechanism, and then finally the interview. I hope if you recruit by this particular method, you will always find the right candidates for your company who will always perform very well. I hope this was useful. I am Bibikar from Expanders Business Services, Pune. If you have any queries, please get in touch with me. Thank you very much.